A rising star was sent out to honor a legend. But what happened next wasn't in the script. One wrong move, and a veteran's ego turned a tribute into chaos. Fans watched in shock. What happens when the rules don't exist? Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment where you are watching from. Let's begin.
The wrestling arena smelled of sweat, stale popcorn, and electricity. A few thousand fans milled in the stands, camera flashes catching the glint of the ropes and steel barricades. Behind the curtain, Samuel sat quietly on a bench, fingers flexing inside taped gloves. He wasn't nervous, he didn't have time for nerves. His shoulder still throbbed faintly, a dull reminder that he had barely recovered from last week's stunt. He wasn't supposed to be in this segment. His friend, Jerry, was the one scheduled for the chokeslam tonight. Samuel had been told it was a minor appearance, a cameo to make the veteran look bigger. Medical clearance. Brushed aside. He had nodded, kept his mouth shut. Observed. Watched. That's what he did. The veteran, Zach, emerged from the curtain before him. A living legend, a man whose name drew respect, fear, and unquestioned obedience. He didn't glance at Samuel, didn't scan the script taped to the production assistant's clipboard. He didn't need to. This segment was just another line in his endless career. Zach's music tore through the speakers. The crowd roared. Every chant felt like fuel to his ego. He raised his arms, chest out, soaking in the noise. "You love me." His voice cut through the roar. Every fist in the air, every scream, fed the veteran's pride. Samuel watched from the ramp, fists clenched. Lean, athletic, eyes sharp. The rising star moved deliberately. Not for himself. For the crowd. For the moment. He lifted a hand, nodding to Zach. Give it up for the man himself. The crowd cheered harder. Samuel's words weren't about stealing the spotlight, they were meant to elevate. But before Zach could acknowledge him, Jerry, Samuel's friend, stormed down the ramp. Mouth wide, teeth flashing, mocking grin plastered across his face. "You're done, old man," Jerry shouted. The crowd gasped. A scripted insult. Harmless. But Zach's ego didn't care about plans. He didn't hear scripts. He only heard disrespect. Only saw Samuel standing there, bright-eyed and smiling. In a blink, Zach's boots were off the ground. Choke slam aimed. It wasn't Jerry he saw. It was Samuel. Samuel hit the mat hard. Pain lanced through his shoulder. Wind knocked out. Ribs rattled. Shock froze him for a heartbeat. Then adrenaline fired. Fury replaced shock. "You think this is funny?" Samuel spat, rolling under a boot, pushing Zach back with all he had. Fists slammed against the veteran's chest. Elbows flew. Each strike unplanned. Each movement raw. Zach staggered, confused. He hadn't expected resistance. Not real resistance. Not from someone so small against him. Samuel's eyes burned. Every strike said the words, "I won't be your punching bag." The crowd screamed. Gasps, chants, confusion. The announcers stumbled over lines. Looks like, an accident. Maybe." Jerry tried to jump in. Wait, but Samuel pivoted, blocking a swing, and shoved him aside. This wasn't about the friend anymore. It was about betrayal. About respect. Zach swung wildly. Boots thudded against the mat. Samuel ducked, rolled, elbowed, backfisted. Each hit precise. Each hit unchoreographed. The veteran's composure cracked. Security rushed in. Too late. Cameras caught every second. Every grunt. Every unscripted blow. Fans couldn't tell where the show ended and reality began. Samuel's heart raced. Chest heaving. Blood stung the corner of his lip. Sweat blurred vision. But he moved with intent. Observant. Calculating. Always thinking 2 steps ahead. Zach, blinded by ego, hadn't noticed how measured Samuel's retaliation was. Jerry screamed, pointing at the veteran. "He's going to kill you." Samuel didn't respond. He didn't need to. His eyes said it all. Zach stepped back, finally realizing the rising star wasn't a prop. Not tonight. Not ever. The producers' voices cracked through headsets. Stop. Everyone stop. Security intervene. But the cameras were live. Too late. Every angle caught the chaos. Every angle immortalized the moment. Samuel hit another counter. Zach staggered. Sweat, blood, adrenaline mixing. Fans erupted. They weren't cheering for a scripted bump anymore. They were witnessing the rise of someone who refused to be controlled. The locker room buzzed backstage. Executive phones lit up. Social media exploded. Clips circulated before the segment even ended. Samuel's actions would be dissected, replayed, argued about. This wasn't just wrestling. This was a statement. Security finally separated them. Samuel's chest heaved, ribs aching. Zach's eyes, for the first time, betrayed fear. Not of Samuel, of the spectacle. The veteran who controlled everything in the ring now faced someone unafraid to break the rules. Samuel limped backstage. Every step heavy. Every thought racing. Punishment would come. Suspension, fines, warnings. The company wouldn't forgive this easily. But none of that mattered. The spotlight had found him. And for the first time, he wasn't hiding. Jerry trailed behind, shaking his head. "You're gonna get fired." Samuel didn't respond. He knew. Let them try. Let the company try. Tonight, the fans had already chosen. Tonight, he had rewritten the rules. Back in the crowd, chants of Samuel, Samuel, Samuel filled the arena. People who had barely noticed him before now had someone to rally behind. Someone real. Someone unpredictable. And in that chaos, one thing became clear. The veteran, Zach, had just created a star not on his terms, but on Samuel's. Don't forget to watch out for part 2. Subscribe so you would be alerted as soon as it drops.